Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. Welcome. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so here again we go with there's our scarecrow head. Here are his feet, legs, and then he's got two arms, just like any scarecrow should. We have a nice little bow here we're going to use. So here's my mesh. This is just a 21-inch jute mesh. Is that jute? It looks like burlap. And then I'm doing a regular 14-inch wreath frame with 18 ties on it. I also have this navy and burgundy 10-inch I'm going to use, along with this burgundy and this denim blue, because he is in denim. So we're going to put all that together. And then here, oops, here are my ribbons. I've got a denim blue. I have some sunflowers, because you know, Scarecrow needs his sunflowers. I have some Scarecrow ribbon. And then I have this blue with the burgundy in the center. So hopefully we can pull this all together. And then I have a little few extras that we can add in with them. I've got some sunflowers and a pumpkin and some stuff for them. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me for the beginning here. Sorry it took me a minute to get everything going. All right, so I'm going to do 12-inch poofs. I like a 12-inch poof. So we're going to do poof, ruffle, and roll. So I'm going to start at the top. I like to do start my poofs at the top. So I'm just going to gather this up here. And I like to use two ties that are close to each other, one in front of the other slightly, because when I come down to the next row, that makes my transition a little easier. So I'm going to start this up here, put this in one tie, give it a twist. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're new to my page, please say hello, tell me where you're from, give my page a like and a follow. And I normally do my lives on Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern and Fridays at 2:30 Eastern. I just started the Friday one about a month ago, and it's going pretty well, so I think we're going to keep it. Eventually, I might change this over to YouTube on Fridays, though, but for right now, we'll do it on Facebook. So tell me how everybody's doing. Thank you all so much for joining me and for watching today. I really do appreciate it. All right. I like 12-inch poofs. I know I said that a couple of times. So anybody got anything good going on this weekend? You guys doing anything fun? Next weekend's the holiday weekend. Is anybody doing anything for that? Still a lot of places that are shut down and can't go to, but it's kind of like the end of summer and we can't do anything. Of course, we couldn't do anything to celebrate summer to begin with, but we are still kind of locked down. There's certain things that are still locked down. Hi, Michelle. And of course, mandatory masks here. I think a lot of places have that. Thank you all so much for joining me. If y'all wouldn't mind hitting that share button, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so I'm back at the beginning. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon for me here. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Christy. All right, so I put that back in that tie, and that right there, and then poof this out, and then we're going to transition down to the bottom. This is just like burlap because it's got fibers flying everywhere, so. All right, so I'm going to go right down in front of this tie here. I'm going to go through it and around to the next one. And then when I come back, I'll end up in that tie that I skipped. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody. If you're new, please say hello. Tell us where you're from. Hit the like button, thumbs up down there at the bottom. My mesh roller is one that I was gifted when I first started doing wreaths. And it came from, I believe, Amazon. But I don't know the company it came from. But Susie's mesh rollers work perfect. She has one very similar. I believe it's Susie's. Carla, I think I saw your name on here. What's Susie's business name? She's got a bunch of different mesh rollers. But mine was a gift. Yeah, all right, so we're going to poop this one out. And then I will cut this off. I've got to order some more of this mesh. I don't have, this was my last roll of this natural colored mesh, burlap, whatever you want to call it. I use 18 ties, 10 on the bottom and 8 on the top. So there's our base. So I'm going to take this piece I just cut off and I'm going to tuck it in here in between. And then I'm going to zip tie it. See all those fibers flying around? All right, so now we're going to use the ruffles. Let me get this out of the way because I will end up knocking it over. Yeah, we lived there for a couple of years. Alabama, welcome. All right, so if you just joined me, let me show you guys what I'm using today. You probably saw the picture posted on my page, but here is our Scarecrow. And here are his legs. He is all handmade. And here are his arms. And this comes from a business called Olde, O-L-D, O-L-D-E, Lane Farms. All right, so this came from Old Time Pottery. And it's a navy white and burgundy. And I got it because I thought it would be nice for patriotic, but then when I saw the colors of my Scarecrow, I thought it would go with that. So I saved a roll for patriotic, and now I'm going to use the other roll for this. So I cut these at 30 inches. I'm good. Thank you. You live in Lebanon, just south of Indianapolis. Welcome. Oh yes, home of the 500. All right, so these are going to go in every other tie. So there are 18 ties on here total. So 9 of them are going to get the ruffles and 9 of them are going to get the curls. So when I put these in, I want to spread them out because I want them to look like a little flower. So, see how that looks? That's what we want. Welcome back. I see some familiar faces on there. You need to say hello. It tells me who's watching, y'all. Some people are hiding from me. I know you're there. So if you're new to my page, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I have been doing these lives for almost 2 years now. October will be 2 years. These ruffles are 30 inches. All right, so we're gonna open these up, make them nice, look all nice and ruffled. Let me get rid of this straggler. Isn't that pretty? Look at those colors. Love this navy and burgundy. Anita. Well, I'm just... Texas, welcome. Texarkana. Well, welcome from Florida. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are awesome. All right, so that was the last of the ruffles. Now I'm going to do my curls. Normally on my curls, I try to get those all bundled up and done before my live. Unfortunately, today I ran out of time because I was doing several things at once. So, unfortunately, you have to watch me curl them. So I have issues with my hand, so I use this little dowel. I got a package of these from Walmart. They are 12 inches long, 3/4 of an inch thick. You get a pack of 3. And I use these because it just helps with my hands. And it makes a little bit neater curl for me. So I'm going to roll these up really quick. And let me use this. We'll get these in here. Hey there, welcome. When you add the ruffle, is it on top? Yes, it is. I put it right in the same tie where I put my, it goes into the tie. So it's kind of in between the poofs, not on top of the poof. I did every other one. Yes, I did. So this denim and burgundy are going to go together, and I think I'm going to just, it doesn't really matter which one goes on top and which one goes on bottom because they're both going to show. But these are going to go in the other ties, the other 9 ties. So usually I will bundle these up and have them already together with a pipe cleaner. But like I said, I ran out of time, so today I got to do it this way. And then we're just going to make sure that they're on opposite sides of each other. Top and bottom. So it looks like this. These are cut at 10 inches. It's 10-inch mesh cut at 10 inches. Yeah, it just, if you have any issues with your hands or you just can't get a neat curl, it really helps. It really does. But for me, it's mostly because of my hand issue. I have really bad carpal tunnel in my right hand. So it's hard for me to do things because I can't feel my hand most of the time. It's numb. Make sure I got that on the bottom. Nope, that's the bottom. So you want your... where your curl, where your line is, you want that to go on the underneath, the fold underneath. You don't want that on top. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sheila. So you want to make sure you get those, so you have the blue, have them going in a cross pattern there. All right, one more. Get these curls all done. Yeah, it's so sad. Hello from the UK. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. My name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. I would love for you all to like and follow my page. And if you don't want to go out and do that, if you just hit the thumbs up there, that'll do good. All right, last one. I know, I used to love that catalog too. We looked forward to it. Alright, so we are done with those. So we've got 12-inch poofs, 30-inch ruffles, and then 10-inch curls with the blue, or denim and the burgundy. So there's our base. Alright, here's our ribbons. I know they look a little crazy, but hold on with me here. Stay with me. We'll get there. They will look perfect, I promise. So we've got the Scarecrow, and that's going to go with this blue and burgundy. Then we've got our denim, and that's going to go with our sunflowers. And the reason for that is, if you look at him, see, he's got the burgundy with the sunflower on his little kerchief here. Then, of course, the Scarecrow is going to go with him. And then the burgundy and the navy go with his little outfit here. So we're just mixing it all in there. So we're going to go ahead, and my ribbons are cut at 14 inches. You can cut them smaller. You don't have to do 14. I just like 14. Because I do 12-inch poofs, I like them to be a little bit longer. So I'm folding them in half, get my halfway point there, and then I'm gonna make them, give them a little curl here, make them look like a bird or whatever you want to call it, bird's wings. And then I give it a bend so that it's coming towards me. And then we're going to put that right here in with the curls. So all the sunflowers are going to go in the curls. And then give them a lift and pull them out towards you. And this is all wired ribbon. And then we'll adjust them all later, get them all spread out. But for now, I just pull them out like this, because the more I mess with the wreath, the more they're going to be messed up anyway. So no point in constantly fixing them. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you all for joining me. So I want to make sure my Scarecrow's going the right direction here. I want him going down, so let me turn him around. Doesn't really matter, nobody's gonna pay any attention to it, but it matters to me. Give them a nice little lift and pull them out. And I know that covers up the burgundy, but you know what? When I move those around later, you're going to see that. So it won't stay like that. So we just keep alternating these. So I have 4 ribbons, cut at 14 inches. And we're just alternating. And this one here, this sunflower one, it looks like it's almost two-sided. It's got like the plaid on the back. There we go, guys. Look at that. See that? So right now, this wreath with the ribbons on it, it's about 24 inches. So when I put this down into a box, these outer ribbons, they kind of go up here. So when they take it out, they'll lay right back down. I do not sell the dowels, but you know what? Don't give me any ideas. I will go get some and do it. Everybody asked me about the needles when I was doing those, and that's how I started selling those. And now there's another woman that uses them, and she tells people about them on her lives, and I can always tell when she's on live, because I'll start hearing my phone go off that I have sale. Let me get these fibers out of my way here. All right, here is our Scarecrow again. This little guy came from Olde Farms. He's all handmade. He's even got the little loops on here to attach him. So those are on there. And right here on the back of his head as well, but we can always put some wire through him. And then here's his little hands. Yeah. So all right, so he's gonna go right here. I want to see if I'm going to be able to use a pipe cleaner or if I got to use wire to hold him down. Because I'd like to be able to use my pipe cleaner and go right through the back here where this loop is that she sewed onto it and be able to tie this to the frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. Yeah, I can get to the frame. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I can get to the frame and not need a longer. All right, so I'm going to twist a pipe cleaner on the back here, and all I did was put it through here, and I'm twisting it around to hold it on there. She sewed that on really good. It's not going to come off. How did I start making wreaths? Well, I used to make them for myself, but I only did grapevines. And then we were in the middle of a move, and we were in temporary housing waiting to close on this house that we're in now. All right, I'm going to get my needle out so I can show you. And I came across Nick Creticos from Nick's Wreaths, Nick's Seasonal Decor, and started watching him, and it just kind of went from there. From him, I found a bunch of other people, and that's how it all started with the mesh wreaths. I'd never made a mesh wreath or anything like that, so I'm going right down in where my poof is. Don't go in where your tie is, because that'll make him look like he's got a sunk-in neck. Go in between your two ties. All right, so I put my needle around here, around the pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to poke it down into the mesh. It's going to go right through to the frame, and I'm going to pull it down. And then I'm done. That's it. I'm done messing with it. I don't have to do it anymore. That's how quick and easy it is to get those on there. So I'm getting him in between these two poofs right here. And then I'm going to tie these off to the frame. If I can find the frame. My fingers are fat and don't go in between. All right, so I don't know if he'll need to be any higher than that, but he doesn't have a tie or a loop on his neck. But what I would do is right here where she sewed this closed, I would take and put, I have another metal needle I would use. You can get the needles at wreathdecorbydawn.com. You get 3 needles for $5. That's including your shipping. They come in a little baggie to store them in. And you get 3 colored needles. The colors are random. But anyway, I would take my metal needle and I would poke a hole through here and put some wire in there and hold that down if it needed it. We'll see if it needs it. All right, so there's that. I don't want them to flop around. That's the only reason I would do that. But you can go, yeah, you can go on my website or my Etsy store. Just go to wreathdecorbydawn.com and it'll take you to my Etsy store and you can find them in there. I'm looking for this and it's sitting right in front of my face. All right, so here's the little loop she put on there, or the little pocket for the wire, and it's open, so I'm going to slide this through and I'm going to give it a twist. I don't want to pull too tight because I don't want to rip it, but it is sewed on there pretty good. No, I don't include shipping. All right, and then this is going to go, I think I'm going to go in between my 2 rows of everything. So I'm going to open this up so I can see the frame right here, and that is where his waist is going to go. So it's going to look like he's coming out of the frame. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and there is a crossbar right here. So that's going to help me also. But you want to make sure you wire everything to your frame and not to your mesh, like where your ties and that are, because they're not going to stay there. They will come undone eventually. And if this needs any extra wire, I will go in and tack it in there. But for now, we're just going to put it on so that you guys can see, and then we'll pull all this back down. There we go. So there's that. I was looking to see, I don't think his legs have wire. Nope, they don't. No. So this would be easy to ship because his legs don't have any wires. You don't have to worry about that. Even if they had wire, you could fold them up and it's not going to hurt him. But what I would do is I would put him in the corner, his legs in the corner of the box, and then he would sit up on the side like this. So for shipping. So he'd still fit in that box. All right. There's his arms. I'll put those on last. I have my bow here. Welcome, Charlene. Thank you for joining me today. So here's the bow. Now, I was going to put the bow, I think, off to the side because I wanted him to hold a pumpkin. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Let's see. Here's the pumpkin I was going to use. So I'll put that there for a second. Now, his arms have wire in them, so I can bend him like this so he can look like he's holding the pumpkin. So I could just take his arm and come in here in between my poofs and that, wire him in, and then put his hand right there on that pumpkin like that. So that's the nice thing about them being wired. I gotta either stand up or turn here to see him. Don't want to go in where my ribbons are. I want to go on the outside of them. Sorry if I'm talking loud. I'm up near the camera. I'd have to bend that one a little bit more. Let me tuck him in a little bit more. There we go. So it's going to look like he's holding the pumpkin. I might do it like this. So he's going to hold that. Then the bow I can put over here to the side. Because you got to have a bow. You can't have a wreath without a bow on it. I like that pumpkin too. I got lucky with that one. The other one I was going to use didn't look as nice as that one, and I almost didn't see this one when I picked it up. I'm just checking to see if I can get through here. I'm not actually trying to put this on just yet because I have to attach his arms first. So, but the bow's going to go next to him right there, I think. And you know what? If I don't like it once I set it up and take pictures of it, then I can just take it off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put his arms in. And again, I'm just using a pipe cleaner. Gonna go, she's got little loops right here. We're gonna go through those. Thank you for all the hearts. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much. If you're new to my page, give me a thumbs up. Say hello. All right, so his arm is still bent. So I want his little tie on the outside. Thank you, Gail. And then I'm going to tuck him down in. Let me get my needle before I lose it. Oh, just dropped it. Move the pumpkin out of the way. Sorry, guys, I got to take a drink here. Okay. Again with the needle. Just take both ends of the pipe cleaner, go right through the end, and this has the big eye on it. See that? Let me hold it up so you can see it. Has a big eye on it so you can get those pipe cleaners through there. Bend them over, and it'll hold it on there. And then you just go right down through your mesh and everything, wherever you want it. I don't want it there, I want it behind here. Go right down through there and into the frame. And that's going to hold that in there. Take those ends that you bent over and bend them back and then slide your needle off. That's it. So if you struggle with putting these attachments or things on, I'm telling you they work really good. And I don't just say that because I sell them. I sell them because so many people wanted them after seeing me use them. And I don't make anything off of them, believe me. It costs me more to ship them than what they cost to buy. All right, so that arm is bent. Let me get these ribbons out here. I did not cut my ties down, but I will go back and cut them. But I always leave them for last because I like tubing. I don't know if you all have ever used tubing. And I never know when I'm going to add it. If I don't have it ready when I'm making the wreath, I can always go back and add it later. But I don't know what colors I have that would go with this. I know I don't have any navy. I'm going to knock over my trash can here. I mean denim, not navy. I have navy. I want denim. Welcome from North Texas. Thank you for joining me. All right, so this one we're going to do the same thing. Get another pipe cleaner here. Put this through. Maybe. I don't have my glasses on, y'all. They're on my head. I guess it would help if I actually put them on to watch what I'm doing. There we go. Slide it through. See what happens when you put your glasses on? You can actually see. Whoops. Tie it before you pull it. Here is nice right now. It's very hot and humid and the sun is out. But tomorrow we're supposed to get storms. So again, I'm going to take that needle, go through here. And y'all, if you're interested, I do have a design group with 2 other ladies, fabulous ladies. Miss Carla Young, who is on here, and Susan from AC Inspired Wreaths. We have a design group called Team of Dreams Design Group where we teach all of our designs. A couple of our members are on here as well. Yeah, it's in the high 90s here. With the humidity, though, I think it's the heat index was supposed to be over 100 and something. Yeah, California's had it bad. I have family there. All right, so this is going to go right there. And I'm just tacking these in. Basically, I'm just twisting it a couple of times around the frame. I'll go back later and I will secure everything better. Nothing goes out without it being checked and double checked. Trying to move her arm, his arm, her arm, not his. All right, and then this is going to go right here. And this has a long pick on it. This came from Hobby Lobby. Has a long pick on it that's going to help secure it in here. And then his hands will hold on to the pumpkin. So he'll be holding this. Might put it underneath. I am in North Carolina. Might put it underneath. I'll have to look and see how I want those, but that's what that's going to look like. Let me turn them around here. There's a long one. And then here's the bow. We're going to use that. I put a little sunflower in the center to go with his little patches on his pants. Whoops. So I used a sunflower ribbon. I used all the ribbons that are in here except for the navy and the burgundy because I ran out of that with the tails. So I used just a plain denim. And then I added the burgundy into here with all the others. So there's that. And again, I'm going to use this needle. I'm using floral wire on here, 26 gauge. And then this is going to go right in between my ties. Down through the mesh. You're in Raleigh? Yeah, you're about 2 hours from me, Nancy. I'm over by Fort Bragg. All right, so when you put these on, don't pull down. See what happens when you pull down on it? It looks like it's sunk in. Don't pull it. Get it snug. Make sure that it's laying flat. All your ribbons are out. And then tie it off. But you want to make sure it's, you know, snug enough that it's not going to bounce around. But not too tight that it looks like it's sunk in. Do I ever end up making, oh, I'm sorry, I can't see it, several of the same wreath? I do on some of them. Something like this, no. But I do have some multiples in my shop. Not too many right now, but I had football wreaths and I just sold those, so I don't have any more of those right now. I do have a couple grapevines that I have multiples of. But most of my wreaths are one of a kind. There we go. So you want to make sure you spread your loops out. And then that dowel that we used earlier for the curls, take that. Now I only made my 1.5 inch. I like to do it only with my 1.5 inch. I only left my 1.5 inch long. My 2.5 is cut so that it's up here with the rest of these. So take this dowel and wrap your ribbon around it and pull it out, and you've got curls. I like doing this with the 1.5 inch ribbons. And this dowel comes in really handy for that as well. I used a regular Poof, 12-inch poofs on the base with 30-inch ruffles and 10-inch curls. Whoops, hitting my thing over here. Let me move this so I can get to this side. So we're just going to take these, give them some curl. Gives it a nice little finished look. You can see all those curls. And if I missed any of your questions, ask again, or when I get done, I do go back and I answer. It may be this evening, but I do go back and answer the questions again, just to make sure you got your answer. So there we go. Now I'll secure the pumpkin in his hands later, because I have to make sure that it's going to look right before I do that. All right, so here we go. Whoops, I got to go this way. I always forget which direction I got to go with the camera. And he's kind of long. Oh, he's stuck on my phone cord here, my camera cord. He's kind of long for me to get them all in one shot. Let me go this way. It's so hard to remember which direction you got to go with the camera. Isn't he adorable? Okay, guys, have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a wonderful weekend. Do something fun and be safe. Bye.